Right, big breaking news, and it regards Liverpool. James, what can you tell us?
Nunez's departure cleared the way, and Liverpool wasted no time in pulling off one of the most dramatic transfer sagas in recent memory. In a move that has stunned football fans worldwide, the Reds confirmed the exit of Darwin Núñez and sealed a blockbuster deal to bring Swedish superstar Alexander Isak to Anfield for an eye-watering £120 million. It began quietly enough. Rumours circulated that Nunez, who joined Liverpool in 2022 amid great expectation, was on the brink of leaving after 2 turbulent seasons. Inconsistency plagued his time on Merseyside, flashes of brilliance were overshadowed by missed chances, erratic finishing, and moments of frustration. Liverpool bosses privately concluded he no longer fit the vision that new manager Arne Slot had in mind. Once the decision was final, Southampton loomed as one of the interested clubs for Nunez, but it was Barcelona who eventually won the race, offering £60 million in a deal described as amicable by all parties. The wave of speculation intensified, but Liverpool had a plan up their sleeves. Almost immediately after Nunez's transfer was confirmed, whispers about a Swedish striker began to swirl. Elite scouts and analytics teams had already identified Alexander Isak, then starring for Newcastle United, as a perfect fit for Slot's system: tall, technical, intelligent, and clinical in front of goal. But turning interest into action would require Liverpool to act decisively and make good on their ambition. Negotiations with Newcastle were tense but fast-tracked. Personal terms were agreed quickly. Isak had made no secret of his desire to join a club of Liverpool's stature. The fee, reported at £120 million, shattered Liverpool's transfer record and placed Isak among the most expensive players in Premier League history. Liverpool's recruitment reliability had paid off. Behind the scenes, sporting director Richard Hughes and head coach Arne Slot worked in close collaboration to make the deal happen. Slot had personally spoken with Isak, outlining how he envisioned using him, sometimes leading the line as a lone centre forward, other times drifting wide to open channels for Salah, Diaz, or Gakpo to exploit. When Fabrizio Romano finally confirmed the transfer with his iconic "Here we go" tweet, fans erupted. The news spread like wildfire: instant memes, chants, projected messages outside Anfield. The message was clear: Liverpool had replaced one forward who wasn't working out with another who promised to ignite their attack. Once Isak touched down in Liverpool, the pace only accelerated. He arrived at the AXA Training Centre for his medical, which he passed emphatically, impressing the medical team with his strength, fitness, and professionalism. Materials inside Liverpool highlighted Isak's genuine curiosity. He asked thoughtful questions about training, rest protocols, and how to acclimate to the city and the club's culture. Captain Virgil van Dijk personally welcomed him during a dressing room snapshot that was later circulated on club social media: a handshake, a sincere pat on the back, and Van Dijk's words echoing, "We're all behind you." It was a visual message to the squad and the fans that this wasn't just another signing, it was an investment in the team's identity. Arne Slot's reaction was equally glowing. He praised Isak's mentality during media comments, calling it the makings of a natural leader on the pitch. The Dutch manager emphasized how Isak would complement the likes of Salah, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Gakpo, and Hoda to form one of the most fluid, dangerous attacks in the league. Liverpool's marketing machinery swung into action. A video teaser marked the signing by showing Isak entering the tunnel at Anfield alone, then emerging into floodlit stands, holding aloft the red jersey with the emblem shining, "As you'll never walk alone" sang out. Fans reacted instantly. Within hours, pre-orders for Isak's new number 9 shirt had soared, many wearing it before the official unveiling. Back in Sweden, the reaction was equally monumental. Local media hailed the transfer as the biggest in Swedish football history since Zlatan's move to Barcelona. Youth coaches, former teammates, and local politicians shared emotional tributes, proud that a player from their community was stepping onto such a global stage. Within the fan base, opinions varied at first. Nunez, despite his mixed form, had moments of brilliance that endeared him to some. Losing him felt like risk. But the patience tested by inconsistent performances had run thin. Isak, by contrast, represented calm, consistency, and craft, an evolution rather than a gamble. Press and analysts started drawing comparisons. Some questioned whether Isak could handle the weight of expectation with such a hefty price tag. Others championed him as a refreshing option, younger, technically superior, tactically smarter. Former Liverpool strikers were quoted expressing interest. "He reminds me of a young Robbie Fowler with height and grace." Another noted, "He glides in the box, pure finisher." Liverpool's planning wasn't limited to the pitch. Commercial partners were lining up. Isak's marketability in Scandinavia and Northern Europe promised new merch opportunities. Global sponsors were already discussing campaigns featuring the forward, who appealed across age groups and fan demographics. As training resumed under Slot, the blend of senior pros and youth players got to work building understanding with Isak. Salah was seen joking about cross assists during warm-ups. "I got the ones for you, score them." He laughed, Isak smiled. The camaraderie seemed instant. Meanwhile, pundits on TV and social media weighed in with renewed belief. With Isak leading the line, some tipped Liverpool to challenge both Manchester City and Arsenal for the title. Call it narrative, hype, or belief, but momentum had undeniably shifted. Neutrals and rival fans were taken aback. They expected another quiet window from Liverpool, not a transformational swap of out-of-favor forward for footballing artist. If week one was any indication, Liverpool had sent a message: this club still dares to dream big. While the Isak era begins with promise, scrutiny remains. Every touch, every goal, every run into the box will be scrutinized. But Liverpool has embraced that spotlight. They paired a captain who leads with Van Dijk, a manager with a clear plan in Slot, and now a forward who marries flair with function in Isak. The departure of Nunez, once a hopeful heir to the number 9 legacy, now feels like a necessary reset. The arrival of Isak, because of how it materialized, where it happened, and who orchestrated it, feels like a new dawn. Liverpool were not just shopping, they were delivering on ambition. As the Premier League season approaches, all eyes will be on Anfield's new number 9. His first start, his first goal, his first lens handshake with coach or fan, every moment will matter. The stage is set. The script is ready. Now, it's time for the performance. Liverpool fans may have begrudgingly said goodbye to the old guard, but the new star has arrived with his own chapter to write. And in football, chapters shape legends. Welcome to the Isak era at Anfield.